Pavlovas are my favorite desserts, and when it comes in these mini versions, it's even more cuter, isn't it? And pavlova is something very unique. It has a crispy outer cover, and then the inside is so marshmallowy, and that whipping cream makes it even more delicious and soft. So let me show you how to make these pavlovas. I'm Rubina Ibrahim, your cakeist. Let's get started. So the ingredients are very simple. I have here 6 large eggs and some powdered white sugar, some cream of tartar and white vinegar, 2 teaspoons of corn flour and some vanilla essence. That's it. So this dessert is a meringue based dessert. So for that we have to make sure that the meringue turns out right. So for this we have to make sure that the bowl that we are going to use is grease free. The bowl and the utensils we are going to use, everything should be grease free. So you get some white vinegar. You can just wet a paper towel with the white vinegar and then clean the glass bowl thoroughly with it. Try to use a glass or a metal bowl. Don't try to use a plastic bowl for this. And don't forget to clean your beater, the handles, very well with the vinegar as well. If there is any trace of grease, then your egg whites will not fluff up very well. Now let's separate the egg whites from the egg yolks. So try to use your hand for this because your hand is very soft and it's very easy to separate the egg whites with your hand. And try to separate the egg whites when the eggs are cold. But make sure to bring it down to room temperature before we use it. Here I'm adding a pinch of cream of tartar to the egg whites and I'm going to beat it. I'm going to start beating it on the lower speed until it forms big white bubbles. This is a stage where you can add the sugar, but try to add the sugar in 3 batches. The reason to do this is because if we add the sugar at once to these egg whites, then the egg whites, the volume that we are creating will get deflated. Now you can start increasing the speed of your hand beater. Once you're done adding all the sugar to the egg whites, you can check if you have achieved a stiff peak. So now if you see, I don't think my egg whites have got a good peak. Now you can change the speed level to the highest in your cake beater and beat it until you get stiff peaks. I think I'm almost there. Let me just give it a try and see whether you have got some stiff peaks. Now if I see my meringue, it's a little bit stiff, but not yet, I believe. It's still a little bit too soft. So I'm going to beat it again to make sure that I have got that perfect stiff peak. It seems like I have got it. So you just check it, and if the peak is standing upright straight, then you're done. Now it's time to add half a tablespoon of vanilla essence and half a tablespoon of vinegar to this meringue. Mix with your spatula. Now you can sprinkle 2 teaspoons of corn flour over the meringue. The vinegar and the corn flour are the two ingredients which is going to help the inner part of the pavlova more softer, like a marshmallowier texture. You can give a good mix with your hand beater for the last time just to make sure that all the ingredients have got combined well. Here I have a piping bag with the coupler on. You can use a one-name nozzle if you like some designs to come on your pavlova. Now let's start piping the pavlova shells on a parchment paper. So there is a certain way to pipe the pavlova shell. You have to make a base and then gradually you have to build a well around the base. So basically you are making something like a cup. Now watch this carefully. Here I'm building a base like a plate and then I'm gradually lifting my piping bag up, creating a wall around the well. Now it's time to bake these pavlova shells. You preheat your oven on 120 and then you put the pavlova shells to bake. You bring down the heat to 100 and you bake the pavlova shells for minimum 40 to 55 minutes. The baking time is completely depending on the oven heat. And make sure to put your pavlova tray in the center rack of the oven. Do not underbake your pavlovas. If you underbake it, the moment you take it out, it's going to deflate and it's going to crack. Leave the pavlova shells to cool completely. Meanwhile, let's make the whipping cream. Here I have taken 2 cups of sweetened non-dairy whipping cream and 2 tablespoons of sunquick. You can use any type of cordial or any type of citrus to flavor the whipping cream. You can even use some beautiful passion fruit pulp to this. It will taste absolutely divine. Flavoring the whipping cream is completely optional. But I like mine to be more tangy so that it will cut down the sweetness of the meringue. Once your whipping cream is ready, let's start piping the whipping cream into the meringue shells. When you're piping the whipping cream, try to bring the whipping cream to the top of the meringue shell so that you have something like a glue to hold the fruits onto the shell. So now I'm done piping the whipping cream. Here I have some fresh berries and fruits with me. I'm going to fill these meringue shells with all these yummy-licious fruits. Oh god, look how cute it looks already. And then I'm going to drizzle some of this sunquick syrup over the fruits. I just can't wait to have a bite of this. Here I have some meringue shells that I piped with the remaining leftover meringue. And I just put it on top just for the look of it. Oh, how cute these look. I just love it. I can't wait to eat this. Let me just slice it and see how it looks. So it's very crusty and crispy outside. Oh my god, it is so spongy inside. It looks so cute. Look at this. It's really very cute. Its outer layer is like a shell. It's very crispy. And inside you get this luscious marshmallow and the tangy whipping cream. Hope you guys enjoyed this beautiful video tutorial. If you like this recipe, then please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more interesting recipes.